Are the world's most powerful supercomputers working against you? If you're anything like the rest of us, the answer is yes. Here's your chance to turn the tables and get them working for you instead. This video is just over 8 minutes long, and it will introduce you to some very powerful ideas you've probably never seen assembled quite this way before. And you don't even need to watch the whole thing. You can exit or order at any time. So here are 4 questions to help you determine whether or not your life is being hacked. Have you experienced frustration in your career or finances? How about difficulties with your health or problems with personal relationships? Are there areas in your life where you continuously struggle, but your progress is painstakingly slow? If you answered yes to any of these questions, it's a pretty sure bet that your life is indeed being hacked. But I have good news for you. It's not your fault. Now here's a bonus question. Do you think the solutions to your problems lie in raw talent, God-given gifts, willpower, or who you know? Nope. All our research and experience tell us it's really not about any of those things. So, where are these seemingly all-powerful supercomputers, and why are they resisting us? Well, every one of us owns and operates one of them. The computers I'm talking about are human brains. Think about this for a minute. We all use mechanical computers every day, and we load software appropriate for the task at hand, like Microsoft Word for writing, or Excel for number crunching, or AutoCAD for designing. Imagine trying to design a house with Microsoft Word, or write a novel with AutoCAD. Wow, what a pain! But load the appropriate program, and holy smoke! The same effort yields infinitely better results, almost instantly, and without all the struggle. No magic, no miracle, just understanding. Now, just like with medical computers, our biocomputer brains have programs too, and the vast majority of them were installed by us before the age of 8. Virtually everything we experience is at least colored by these programs. They contain the definitions of who we are and who we are not, and of what we can and cannot do. And just like a mechanical computer, as long as there's a program running, the machine cannot exceed the parameters of that program. The challenge is that the programs we installed in our biocomputer brains way back in our childhood are now obsolete. Now, these training programs are chock full of restrictions and limitations to both protect and strengthen us during our developmental years. But it's time to take the training wheels off and let our machines run. And that is where mind management comes in. The thing is, though, just like with a mechanical computer, you can't change the program just by taking thought. For me, this all started over 35 years ago. It was January 1981. I was living in a grubby little apartment in Helsinki, Finland, a very young 19-year-old away from home for the very first time. The sun was only up for about 3 hours a day, and I had never felt that kind of cold, nor had I ever been that kind of homesick. It was there that I stumbled upon a single cassette tape from the audio version of a book entitled Psycho-Cybernetics. I listened to it over and over again. I literally wore it out. Then, when I came home from Finland, I read the rest of that book. It makes a very convincing case that the only thing separating us from everything we want is our thinking. Well, that ignited something deep within me, which grew into a burning desire to understand and overcome not only my limitations, but to help others do the same. I devoured every book I could find about all the awesome powers each of us possesses. Among the books I've read are all the heavy hitters: Think and Grow Rich, The Power of Positive Thinking, Psychofeedback, Science of Mind, See You at the Top, along with dozens of others from related fields like psychology, physiology, and so on. At their core, they all teach the same thing. The root of our limitations is not found in our physical machine, nor does it have anything to do with a lack of talent, God-given gifts, or luck. Think of it. There really is no fundamental difference between the Mitt Romneys and Sam Waltons of the world and the rest of us. All of the material teaches that we all have the same basic hardware, including the most sophisticated and powerful supercomputer imaginable. What separates us from the super successful in any endeavor is not innate capability, neither physically nor mentally. It's the way we think. So if I'm struggling with something, all I have to do is change my thinking about it and it'll be fine, right? Well, if that's the case, why aren't we all Romney rich? Since we can choose what we think, why can't we get what we want? Well, the process of changing your thinking is more involved than just deciding to think differently. If it really was that simple, we'd all be multimillionaires with blissful 50-year marriages, excelling at everything we touch. So what's the answer? Well, it may seem obvious to you now. It's all about the programming. The basic operational software in our brains sets up the parameters within which we think, create, and live, and it is virtually impossible to exceed the limitations we placed there as children. Remember the idea of trying to design a house with Microsoft Word? Can't be done, right? One must load the appropriate program for the task at hand, but you can't just decide to change it. Praying, meditating, wishing, visualizing, affirming, or even seriously believing won't get it done either. Perhaps that is why our struggles persist, huh? One must also know the procedures and the passwords and then actually do it. This is what has been missing from the entire self-improvement universe until now. And of course, the first step is to get the Mind Management Report. In it, you'll discover how to get past the firewalls and upgrade your programming so that your brain will marshal all of your faculties to support your efforts toward your adult goals without all the struggle. It's a technical process we call mind management, and its implications are utterly profound. Believe me, I would love to tell you the whole story right here, but I just don't have the time or the space. Now, for the first time ever, you can get a report that explains what is, quite literally, the combination that will unlock every treasure trove you seek. Health, wealth, confidence, peace of mind, satisfying personal relationships, all of it. Can you imagine unlocking every door in your life? You can begin right now to do just that. You can discover in just 30 minutes or so what took me over 30 years to piece together, so please don't wait. Click the download tab above for instant access to this astounding report. There is simply no way to overstate the importance of its information to your personal development. And the report is fully guaranteed. If you are not thrilled with the information, simply email me for a full refund and keep the report. No questions asked, though we would appreciate some feedback. Listen, the sooner you act, the sooner you can get at your treasures. The mind management protocol simply cannot fail. But you can if you fail to act. And with the unconditional guarantee, what do you have to lose? It's true. Everyone who works with the information in the Mind Management Report feels much more empowered. Their struggles begin to evaporate, and they move their lives in the directions they want them to go. So how about you? Are you next? Download this amazing report right now and begin to release the real power within you to make your adult dreams into reality. You'll be very glad you did.